Muling umani ng papuroy mula sa International Monetary Fund ang Administrasyong Aquino dahil sa patuloy na pagsulong ng ekonomiya ng bansa. Ipinaabot ito ni IMF Managing Director Christine Lagarde nang kasalukuyang bumibisita sa bansa. Ang ulat mula kay Elena Luna.
In excise taxes to
Tumanggap ng papuri ang Administrasyong Aquino sa bumibisitang leader ng International Monetary Fund o IMF. Sa pagharap sa media ni IMF Managing Director Christine Lagarde, sinabi niya ang paghanga sa naging paglago ng ekonomiya ng Pilipinas sa kabila ng naranasang financial crisis ng maraming mga bansa.
I congratulated the Filipino authorities for their excellent economic stewardship during difficult times. In the last decade, the Philippines have an average growth of about 5%, and you will be interested to know that this year, 2012, at a very difficult time because of the financial crisis in other parts of the world, the Philippines is probably the only country of which we have increased the growth forecast as opposed to other places in the world where we actually decreased our forecast. And I know that the growth in 2012 will be well in excess of 5%, and we're certainly looking forward to 2013 being in the range of 5% as well. And this is due in no little part to the excellent policy mix deployed both by the Secretary of Finance and the Central Bank of the Philippines, and a combination of sound fiscal policy as well as sound monetary policy.
Nagpahayag ng suporta si Lagarde sa reformang pang-ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Katulad niya ng gobyernong Aquino, naniniwala rin ang IMF na dapat walang maiiwan sa pag-unlad ng bayan.
We share the government's view that growth benefit the broader section of population. We certainly have research that demonstrate that inclusive growth is more sustainable, and it is really to the credit of this government to make sure that growth is as inclusive as possible and that inequalities can be reduced. It is no secret to you that about 42% of the large population of the Philippines is living on less than $2 a day, and all the efforts, including the cash transfer programs under your stewardship, are trying to reduce those inequalities that clearly hamper sustainable growth in the long term.
Ayon kay Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima, matagal nang katuwang ng Pilipinas ang IMF. Katulad na lamang aniya sa Bureau of Internal Revenue at sa ipapatupad na Bangsamoro Framework Agreement.
As you know, the Philippines and IMF have been long-time partners in development. Over the 44 years before 2006, the Philippines was a major customer of the IMF. But since then, the Philippines is now a creditor, a small creditor of the IMF, but more importantly, a partner in building institutions. In the BIR, for example, we have an IMF advisor helping us develop our information systems to make sure that we become more efficient in collecting taxes. At the same time, we look forward to working with the IMF, for example, in building institutions in Mindanao as we implement the peace agreement that will hopefully be signed within the next few months after the signing of the framework agreement.
The IMF is very, very pleased for the historical partnership that we've had, but particularly pleased that it is now taking the form of a creditor's relationship, and one where clearly we will be doing we can to support with technical assistance the effort of the Philippine authorities to extend growth throughout the country in all its diversity and to the far end of the country where peace is now hopefully returning.
Si Lagarde ang kauna-unahang babaeng pinuno ng International Monetary Fund. Ang pagpunta niya sa Pilipinas ay bahagi ng kaniyang Southeast Asian Tour. Para sa Telebisyon ng Bayan, Elena Luna.